Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken here with Splash Sports. Today is June 5th, 2024. Little recap on yesterday's performance. We still ended up having a winning day again, going 2-1. We did not get that clean sweep for the San Francisco Giants and the Arizona Diamondbacks. We had the YRFI in that one. It ended up hitting a NRFI. Still won 2-1, had a winning day. That's all I care about yet again on the show is we keep on winning here on this show, but I want my clean sweeps, and I'm feeling real good about it here today. Let's roll right into it. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game. Plain and simple, a NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those free plays, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel and toggle on that notification. That way, every time I drop another play, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look at game number 1, starting off here on Wednesday between the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Angels here. For the Padres, Dylan Cease will be on the mound. He's 5-4 here this season, 71 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 3.42 here, 87 strikeouts, clearly a strikeout over a strikeout per inning here, and 27 earned runs on the season for Dylan Cease. He'll be matched up here against the Los Angeles Angels. Jose Soriano here. He's 2-5 with 58.1 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 3.86, I'm sorry, in 54 strikeouts, just under a strikeout here per inning, and 25 earned runs. You look at what happened in yesterday's game. The Los Angeles Angels ended up winning that game 4-2 in yesterday's game, in game number 1 of this series. You look at what Dylan Cease has done in his past 2 starts. Hasn't got a win or a loss against the Royals and the Yankees in that one. I'm expecting him to come out against an Angels lineup who's not overpowering whatsoever, and Dylan Cease to have a nice bounce back game. You look at what Soriano did in his last couple starts. He's been going a lot deeper in ball games, but he ran into a little hiccup in his last performance against the Mariners there. He went 6 innings of work, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, and 3 of those earned runs came in the first inning against the Seattle Mariners there. I'm expecting Soriano to get off to a way better start than his last outing in Seattle here. He's back at home. That's why in game number 1 between the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Angels, we are smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. For game number 2, we're going back to the Bronx, where the Minnesota Twins take on the New York Yankees here. For the Minnesota Twins, Chris Paddock will be on the mound. He's 4-2 currently this season, 61 innings of work. He does have a higher end of an ERA, sitting at a 4.57 here, 54 strikeouts, just under a strikeout here per inning as well, and 31 earned runs on the season here for Chris. He'll be matched up in the Bronx against Carlos Rodon, their guy in the Bronx, 7-2 currently this season, 67 innings of work. He does have an ERA just above 3, sitting at a 3.09 here, 62 strikeouts, just under a strikeout as well per inning, and 23 earned runs. You look at what Rodon has done this year for this rotation. Rodon is their guy, picking up another win in his last start against the Angels, going 6 innings of work, 3 hits, and 1 earned run. And then you look at Chris Paddock, what he's been doing. Well, he hasn't picked up a win or a loss in 4 straight starts here. He's pitching back at home, where I think this is a good he's on the road. I'm sorry, Chris Paddock. This is a good test for him. He's pitched 4 starts, not a win or a loss. I'm expecting Chris to come out, compete in this one, and keep it close early with Carlos Rodon. That's why in game number 2 between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees, we're smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. So we're under a third and final game between the Detroit Tigers taking on the Texas Rangers here. For the Detroit Tigers, Kenta Maeda will be on the mound. He's 2-2 with 40.1 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 6.25 here, 30 strikeouts and 28 earned runs. He'll be matched up against the Texas Rangers, Jose Urena here. He's 1-5 with 45.2 innings of work. He does have an ERA sitting at a 3.75 here, 31 strikeouts, below a strikeout per inning, and 19 earned runs on the season. You guys all know I do not trust Kenta Maeda, and what did I say? I'm fading his ass the rest of the season. Well, he's back here, and I ain't trusting Kenta Maeda on the mound. You look at this Texas Ranger, especially with Simeon in that leadoff position, he could take Kenta deep. Kenta Maeda has been giving up a ton of home runs this season. You look at what he did. He's coming off a loss in his last performance, Kenta Maeda, against that Boston Red Sox team, only going 4.2 innings of work, 8 hits, and 5 earned runs. And this Tiger Tiger offensive lineup here. They hit right-handed pitching very well. Urena is a right-hander here. I'm expecting either side to scratch a run here in the first inning. That's why in game number 3 between the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers, we're smacking a YRFI yes runs first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Angels, we're smacking the NRFI no runs first inning. Game number 2 between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees, we're smacking the NRFI no runs first inning. And game number 3 between the Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers, we're smacking the YRFI yes runs first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Slash Sports. If you have not done so already, smash that like button for me. It helps me out a ton, and it costs you guys none. And go follow me on X at Nick Menken. Best of luck and best bets.